If you're making AI agents, chances are you are struggling with how to make the optimal agent possible. So in this video, we're gonna explain what is context engineering. It's a new terminology, basically popularized by Andrej Karpathy, and we're gonna go through 4 or 5 different AI agents in this video. I'm just gonna explain what are the methods that they're using to tackle this context engineering and the problem of how to make the optimal context for AI agents. Let's go. So first of all, what is context engineering? Context engineering is the practice of knowing what is the best context to give to AI. Literally, you think about every single token that goes to the AI agent in each LLM call, and so that you would create the best AI agent. Now, in this the demographic, you will see 5 different agents from Druspos, Manus, which is one of the famous ones, Anthropic researchers, so Cloud Code, basically, Cognition, and LangChain. And we're going to go through 4 different techniques that they're using, and how are we also doing that in FlowHunt. So the first one is offloading. Basically, context offloading means when you are getting a tool call, for example, or when you are connecting to a third-party system and then getting the data, you're summarizing the data so that you would only give the summarization to the LLM. And only when the LLM finds out, okay, this summarization is not enough for me, I need to go back, you put also a reference in the tool call. So an example of this is tool calls. For example, when the AI agent decides to make a tool call, it gets it back, and Manus AI agent, how they implemented it is that they're giving back a reference and then dumping the whole tool call response inside a file so that the AI agent can go back to it. So that's an interesting approach to basically summarizing. And Cognition, for example, they created their own summarization LLM. The next one is reduce. So basically, reducing means you're gonna reduce the different calls that is done, or for example, error that is done in there, so that you wouldn't give like the whole dump of the whole conversation to the AI agent. For example, in Anthropic, it's implemented so that you would call compact. So it compacts the whole conversation into a smaller one, because this is just because of the context length of the AI agents that is limited. Or also, it is proven that with a long context for AI agents, it's actually really hard to reason for AI agents. So they don't reason much. And this goes back to context poisoning, which is a terminology. It's here, you can read it. But overall, it means sometimes AI agents just output something in the reasoning process or reasoning chain of thought that it might deviate to something else. The retrieve is RAG system, so I think these everyone knows. If you don't know what is RAG, go to this video. We made a video about what is RAG. And isolation. Isolation is the practice of using sub-agents, basically. There are 2 main paradigms in here, which Cognition discourages completely isolation. That means they don't recommend to create sub-agents for tasks unless your tasks are completely separated. So there's no overlap between doing a task for two different sub-agents, but that is highly applied in Cloud Code. So if you go to Cloud Code, you can create sub-agents for a big task and continue with that. Now in FlowHunt, you actually all what is discussed is actually implemented. You can implement it in a no-code way inside FlowHunt. Now, the first way, for example, in terms of isolation, you can use a self-managed crew. So that is like a crew of AI agents that there is a manager and it delegates the task to sub agents. Um, and also sequential task. Now, you can see here, for example, in terms of isolation, there are sub agents in here. So you can, that's basically what was discouraged by cognition, but it's used, for example, in Cloud Code, that you can have sub agents um, uh, that are basically doing the job. This is one of our flows, which has two AI crews basically that is working on creating or generating a blog. Yeah, make sure to take a look at this and just let us know if you have any problems.